What's going on, YouTube? Family Bricks here, and we are taking you through a walkthrough of the Medieval Tavern today. I can't say enough about this designer. They have just done such an incredible job with all their mocs, really, but I particularly like the tavern here. I think the detail is just impressive. It's well thought out. It has everything inside that you would think a tavern might have and more. Honestly, there's not a lot of negative to say about this. They just did a great job. And honestly, taking the medieval blacksmith and the bonsai tree and combining it into one set is really smart. But that does lead me to one of the only downsides that I found with the set is that you're going to have to buy two sets to get one. And with the price increases in August, this set would cost you $230 between the bonsai tree and the medieval blacksmith. So that can be a very, very hard sell if you want to do this mock. But honestly, I think right now at the price, I paid $200 for this mock, and I think it's worth every penny. You can also go through and, like always, search through a bunch of the other designers' builds. And obviously, this designer is GR33TJE13. And they just have a lot of great stuff on here. Real quick, we'll take a look at the tavern. I believe these were $6 for the instructions. It does not show me on here right now because I've already bought them. But it'll give you a display of the mock, of what it is and what you have to use, and that's it. So, but like I said, this designer has a lot of good stuff on here. So if you don't want to pay for two sets, just get one medieval blacksmith and do one of the other mocks. So let's go right ahead and jump into the first floor. And I have to say, this is my favorite floor by far. I absolutely love the barrels with the spigots in the back. Every good medieval town needs a good place to go drink, and this is absolutely perfect. You will see the cups on the bar, and you will see the pots and pans. I think that was really cool. There's also a little table and a little place to sit over there in the corner. I think this is just great, and I love the attention to detail. Another thing to make note of, too, is the 1x1 round tiles they added to the floor. I think it adds some great color to the room, and I think it looks really well with the pattern there. I also love the tiles they added to the stairs. I think that was a nice touch. But let's dive into the second floor here, and there are some really nice and impressive things that they added, like this deer head on the wall. They actually used some wrench pieces and some of those black connector pieces to make a deer head and actually mount it to the wall. I thought that was really well thought out. I think it looks really good. I also love the two beds that they made for this room, and a nice little lantern and dresser and a weapon rack. You will see the helmet on the pedestal there. I think that looks pretty cool too, or I should say the little table. There's also a cleaning room in the back with a mop and a bag and a bucket, and you can see where the stairs come up and they enter the room. So I think this is very well done, and it looks really good. Overall, so far, I really like the design of the interior of this building. And we're going to go ahead and take you to the third floor here. And I like the design for this too, and I like the interior. However, you will see here in a second, there's a light brick, but there is no access to the third floor, which honestly, it's okay. It's not going to bother me. But they actually added in almost like a forge on the third floor. And I think this is really cool. You will see the light brick light up. I think that was a really nice touch. It was actually a really cool forge. But there's a little bed in there. You can obviously see the rack with the tools on it and the sword and the anvil in the middle of the room. But I really do love the floor. I love the detail in here. I think it's really cool. I just wish there was some way to put some access on it, but I'm not going to get too picky on it because this mock really is great. But it is nice that this roof panel here is so easy to remove, and it gives you easy access to the interior. The top does pop up here a little bit and can get a little annoying, but other than that, I'm not going to nitpick it too much because this mock really is great, and they just did a great job. One other thing to make note of, too, are these two roof tiles on the bottom here. If those fall off, you have to remove that secondary roof to remove the top roof to reattach them. And it happened once during this video, and it was just a pain in the butt. So just something to keep an eye out for and be careful with, because there are a couple little fragile points on this mock. Going through all the extra pieces here, there are a lot of them. Between the bonsai tree and the medieval blacksmith, I think there is about 800 extra pieces. But there are a lot of useful pieces in here, and I will be using them for other mocks. A lot of good brown pieces. And some other good stuff as well. A lot of 1x1, 1x2 bricks that are good. And I think there's an extra window too, some armor. So there is some good stuff. I particularly like these 1x1 round wooden printed pieces. I will be using those for logs in the town. So you will also be getting these small white limb elements, which will come in really handy in our winter village. I'm sure other people will be able to make some good use of these, so it's definitely not wasted parts. And these 1x1 round tiles that I actually like to use for my paths around the city. So overall, not too bad. It's nice to actually have a bunch of extra pieces. So before getting this into our city, we're going to take one last look at the cart that was made for this mock. And honestly, there's not too much special about this, not much detail. I actually didn't even make the spear up that actually is supposed to go into the front of it. But I'm actually probably going to modify this a little bit for our city and do something a little bit different. But overall, like I said, this is just great. For $6, you can't go wrong if you're looking for another building for your medieval town. And I am going to go ahead and show you guys what it looks like next to all of our other buildings. All right, so the medieval tavern is finally in our medieval village, and I think it looks awesome. And the residents are really happy. They have a place to go get drunk now, so they're happy about that. We added in some detailing around it with some paths, some trees. I still have to work a little bit on some of the details around the blacksmith and the tavern, but for the sake of this video, I wanted to get it in here to show everyone. I love how everything flows together between the castle and, of course, the windmill mock I did about a month ago. I still have to get a smaller motor so I can hook it up to a box that I can actually slow the speed of that down, but I still think it looks great. I think this looks awesome. My little medieval area is coming to life, and it's only going to get better once I get a few more things in this town. I actually plan on adding a wall over here and actually walling off this town. And then on the other end over here, you'll see the Forestman's Hideout. Lions Night Castle will be going over there in August. So we're going to be doing some cool stuff with that. But like always, thanks for watching, everyone, and hope to see you in the next video. Take care.